So I guess Corona doesn't like to be alone, so when we let her outside, she just sits at the door and barks. I gotta come outside with her and like walk her into the grass. Corona, come on. You gotta go potty. Let's go. Come on, girl. Come on, Thor. Come on, Corona. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Remember how we said we wanted to get out and do more and explore different attractions in the Los Angeles area? Well, today we're getting out and doing more.
California 170 South Ramp.
Is that right? We have to get onto the 170 South Ramp. Well, today we're going to an auto museum. John,
the Peterson Auto Museum.
The Peterson Auto Museum. John already told me that I don't fully comprehend the significance of this auto museum. All right, John.
Nikki, they have the car from Greece.
All right.
They have Steve McQueen's Ferrari. Yeah. It's also the place where Biggie was shot.
California,
He was shot in, not like, he wasn't shot there, but he was shot in front of like the building.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's only like 2 blocks from where we lived at Park La Brea.
I know.
Yeah.
There's the Capitol Records building.
This is actually the road. This exit we just got off on the freeway is the same exit that Chris Tucker got off in his Corvette on Rush Hour or Rush Hour 2. I can't remember which one it is. But there's like a scene where he like flies down the exit ramp past that building. We
You're
just did the same
full
thing.
of random facts.
Ooh, dang, look at that. This is the Anus Ferrasis Green Monster jet car. Very fast.
But I am so excited to be here at the Peterson Auto Museum in Los Angeles. We used to live like 2 blocks from here, and I've always wanted to come here for like the last 6 or 7, almost 8 years that we lived out here. Right?
We have not lived out here
7
8 years.
7, going on 7. You have.
I've lived out here 7. You've lived out here 6 years.
7.5 years.
I'm getting so old.
I know.
I have to pee and I need water.
There's nothing I can do about that, I'm sorry.
I actually really like this. The cars are all set up in sceneries like they're in their natural habitat. This is so fun.
I feel like we should sell all of our cars and just get one of these.
It's like
a front and I can sit on the back.
It's like a zoo for cars.
I guess you could say that.
I have to admit, I'm not sure what this guy is doing though.
Hanging out with a ring.
Look at his face.
He's really enjoying himself right now.
This place is so cute. I feel like I'm traveling back in time. The gas station here. Oh, that's so fun. That's really like cool looking, isn't
You
it?
didn't even want to come. Look at this police bike.
I didn't ever say that I didn't want to come.
Imagine riding that back in 1932. You'd be the man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. It's got a fire extinguisher on it.
Yeah. I don't know where John is getting this. He keeps saying like, you didn't even want to come here. You didn't even want to come here. I never said that. I was like, oh, okay. You want to go to the auto museum? That's what you want to do? Cool. Somehow that turned into me not wanting to come here too. This stuff almost doesn't look real, huh?
It's crazy to think that as long as they've had cars, they've pretty much had tow trucks. That is weird.
I guess.
Some gangster rides in there.
That looks like a sleazy car salesman trying to sell to some gangsters. I swear I just saw a mannequin move. It's like night in the museum up in here. I'm watching you. I got my eye on you. Oh, John is in the store. You can go in the speed shop? I want to buy some speed.
2 of those, 1 of the trophies, please. That's crazy to like, it is really crazy just to go back in time and see all the stuff in its era when these cars were like new and flashy in the late 20s and early 30s, and then to see all like the motor shop stuff is just cool.
Yeah. Like, I really wish that I owned a time machine because I totally would want to go back in time and check stuff out.
59 Cadillac. Don't touch.
I'm not touching.
It's crazy, like, this is one of the, like, just awesome classic convertible cars right here. Really neat.
Wouldn't I look hot in this?
Yeah.
You should get it. Belly and all. In a bikini with a big pregnant belly. Just like leaning up against the car.
You can make babies in that back seat. It's gigantic. It's just an awesome Chevy truck, 51. Just looks immaculate. Boy, look at this car. That just represents
Just classic cars to the max right there. I don't know what I'd do without that 94 Plymouth in this museum. Whew, it's nice.
Ooh, there's some real old cars in here. I like looking at the older cars more than I do looking at the like new hot rod type cars. Like this stuff, I think this is really cool. How the heck did you even drive that thing? This is the steering wheel? That's crazy. Can you imagine riding around like that? Like do moving that steering wheel around. That's like a horse buggy and a car combined.
Whoever drove this car really didn't like their driver. Put him outside.
Oh. I was like, why? A lot of these cars up here, the driver sits on the outside and the passengers sit on the inside. That's kind of interesting.
It reminds me of Wagons West with John Candy. I just asked one of the staff members walking around. They make sure nobody touches the car and they answer questions, but they said every single car in here functions and runs. So you could start it up and drive it, which is really, really cool to think that there's so many nice specimens of classic vehicles. I mean, look at this thing. Look at these things. They all run, they all work. That's amazing.
We should find where they keep the keys and get out of here.
Yeah, we just drive them all home.
With this.
High-speed chase on the 101 and the wagon mobile.
I would drive this around. I so would. Go to the grocery store, put the groceries underneath the wagon.
Little grocery getter. Here's a 1927 Indian Big Chief, one of the most iconic antique motorcycles of all time. I guess they're not really classics. A lot of these cars are antiques because they go from a classic era to an antique era. So, but this is really cool.
Yeah, that's a neat looking motorcycle. Oh, there's lots of cool motorcycles in this room.
Somebody forgot to tell this person not to put pedals on their motorcycle.
just like a bicycle.
Yeah, a couple of them were that way. It must have been the way that they got the engine to turn over back in the day, or
that makes sense.
Powered it up, something like that. Whoever built these are smarter than I am.
Yeah. I can appreciate these, even though I'm not a huge fan of motorcycles. Well, I like them, they look cool, but actually riding on them scares me. I don't like to ride on motorcycles.
So, in this display, they talk about how many like Hot Wheels and all this stuff, but they've made over 8 billion Hot Wheels cars, which is pretty insane to think about. That's a huge number. But they have like a whole wall of... Just got a wet wheel, it was disgusting. Would have started screaming, but I don't want to get arrested and thrown out of the museum for being crazy. But they just have a whole wall of Hot Wheels, including the Wienermobile. This is wearing like the Mustang wing now. 68 Shelby, 70 Shelby.
Look, this one's sparkly. These are some sexy cars.
It's cool how they have really old cars, and then they also have like really new cars, and you get to see like the progression of cars over 30 or 40 years.
The old ones are my favorite though.
Yeah, well, and like even like 100 years, they go back to the 1800s, but as far as like Mustangs, started in the 60s, and now they have the modern ones and the old ones. It's just, I don't know, it's really cool. I like cars a lot, so it's neat. This is like one of the most recognized Mustangs of all times besides Eleanor. This is the Boss 302, which is just like one of the fastest, most badass Mustangs that they made in the day.
We found Eleanor. It's here.
One of them. This is the one that was actually driven in the original Gone in 60 Seconds movie in the 70s. You can see it got smashed up pretty good doing all the stunt driving that they did back then.
I didn't know Gone in 60 Seconds was a remake. The one with Angelina Jolie and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, some people would argue that it wasn't a very good remake either.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The Batmobile.
Batmobile. Aw, and it's the one that Adam West rode with Robin. Slam dunk. Awesome.
Check out that Studebaker.
Yeah.
This is a car I would buy for you.
It's called the Princess.
Mm-hmm. It's petite.
I like it.
Yeah. Our baby has been here now.
Yeah, we can tell our daughter that she's been to the Peterson Auto Museum. Aw, man, well, we were gonna go in the gift shop on our way out, but it's closed for inventory, according to the sign. But I saw all the people in there because there's a window, and I'm like, John, but there's people in there. How come they're in there and we can't go in? He's like, they're doing inventory. And I was like, oh, they work there. I'm supposed to follow John. John just stole my change so he could do this thing.
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I don't know why I like them so much, but I
You like it so much because you're a big little kid.
Yeah. And the dimes and the pennies go way faster than the quarters.
It's not very steep. I was wondering how you were going to do that.
I've been like 0 for 2 in my last 2 attempts.
Well, like he's trying to slide down a straight bar.
This car reminds me of something, I don't know, but it's got a pull-along trailer.
Which is kind of crazy. You think you're like 1938, they had like a big car to pull a giant trailer. It's kind of cool. I love the progression of automotive technology. It's just really interesting. Just gotta launch against the spin for it.
I have a little bit of mother's guilt now. I was spinning around in a circle just because I wasn't really thinking, and now I'm like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have spun in a circle. Maybe that's not good when you're pregnant. I mean, I guess you could get dizzy and fall down. I wasn't going that fast and I didn't fall down, nothing happened, but now I'm like, oh no, I feel guilty for spinning in a circle. Is that weird? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
That is weird?
A bit.
Or if I like yell or something, I feel guilty about yelling. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just scare the baby? Well, I had a lot of fun at the museum. I thought it was really cool. And I like that John and I can do things like this together. But the museum is right across the street from the Grove and the Farmer's Market. So John and I came over here to find something to eat. We're gonna grab some lunch here. Stretchy, stretchy. Oh, look at those giant pinwheels.
I want a giant iPad.
Ugh, your face was giant.
Whoa, hey.
That was zoomed in.
Your belly's giant.
We're having a, what do you want to eat moment. I don't know, what do you want to eat? Can't decide. I just want John to choose today.
I want you to choose, it's a real issue.
And I just yelled again. Now I'm worried that I scared my baby.
Now you're yelling at your baby because you don't know what you want to eat.
You pick.
No.
It's your day. It's your day. We did something that John wanted to do. We went to the museum. He should choose what restaurant he wants to eat at. We're actually walking by where I used to work. This Top Shop right here used to be a flagship Banana Republic store. And I was a sales lady. I worked retail. I was a flagship sales lady. I worked retail here while I was going to college. You visited me while I was working there before.
Yep, sure did.
Went to lunch with me.
Yep, at that Japanese sushi restaurant.
Oh, you did? That was right there. Yeah, that was one of my favorite places to eat on break, but I didn't know John went there with me before. I wasn't really thinking.
We have a lot of places to move around here.
John decided on the Cheesecake Factory for lunch. He wanted to do a sit-down meal that's more datey instead of just going to the farmer's market and grabbing something. I think that's nice. He likes to spend some time with me, and Cheesecake Factory is delicious. Thanks for taking me out, Hot Stuff.
No problem. I changed my Instagram name from John's Game Channel to J Dahl.
You can change your Instagram name?
Yeah, you just edit your profile. So there's a new link. I'll put it somewhere in the description below. But follow my Instagram. I need more followers than Nikki. It makes me feel emasculate not having all those followers that she has.
Follow my Instagram. Yeah, I have like more than twice as many as John.
Why don't you just rub it in?
Yum, my little sandwich is here. What kind of sandwich did you get? Cheesesteak?
California cheesesteak, whatever that means.
They just didn't want to say Philly.
West Coast.
Holy crap, I feel like I'm still at the Peterson Automotive Museum. That is awesome. I don't know what that says. You tell me.
Whee! Corona's going home today. We're all done dog sitting. Eros just stopped by on his way home from work to pick up Corona. So we're all kind of sitting and chatting.
She's in the midst of destroying that thing.
Yeah, she loves to destroy toys.
She's done that her whole life.
Aww. That's okay. Dog toys are meant to be destroyed. Corona, we're gonna miss having you here. But now we just have dogs like Doodle to hang out with.
Whew, what a day. I had so much fun hanging out at the Auto Museum with Nikki, saw so many cool cars. I'm really, really passionate about old classic cars. It was so nice to see just such awesome cars that are well maintained and taken care of, and somebody who owns all those cars really, really cares about them. So I've got a little dinner here going. Chicken, salad, milk in my beer glass, but it's gonna be delicious. So thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. I haven't really come up with a new phrase yet But tonight it's gonna be Nikki drinks a lot of water, and I don't understand how she consumes that much liquid without like exploding or something. But thanks for watching. Thumbs up. See you later.